Hello, everybody. It's me, Ross, and welcome to another edition of the recap. I'm joined this week by good old James as I get his 5 takeaways from the Blues 1-0 win over Plymouth Argyle at Portman Road in League One. What a day it was, James. Thank you very much for joining me. Your first takeaway, my friend. Town are 11 games unbeaten. How good does that sound?
That's absolutely fantastic, and thank you very much, Ross, for having me on. Yeah, first point I wanted to mention is just the absolute enormous scale of improvement that we've seen. 11 games without losing, and really that is just incredible when you think about it. In previous managers, probably in the last 5 years plus, we wouldn't be able to dream of going on that kind of run. So being able to say with 11 unbeaten is just absolutely, I love it. Also, just no goals conceded really as well. So many clean sheets in that time, and it really helps when, as we're seeing, we're only scoring one goal a game in most games. So being able to say 11 unbeaten, and if you didn't look at the table, you'd think any team that's gone 11 unbeaten would be rocketing up that table. It's just unfortunate that in the league so far, that other teams have matched that kind of form, which has just been completely mind-boggling that so many teams have been on good form. But that doesn't mean that our achievements should be belittled or understated. 11 unbeaten is incredible for any side, and a good number of wins in there for Ipswich as well.
So takeaway 2 is player improvement. On the weekend, it was a team performance, but individually, some players are improving game by game. And who's sticking out for you?
Yeah, so we've seen in that 11-game run that we've really seen some players come on leaps and bounds, such as Tyreek Backinson, going to pick him out as my first player. I think I was a little bit concerned when he came in. We saw the comments from the Bristol City manager, Nigel Pearson. He was saying that he didn't really like his attitude, and I was a little bit unsure myself whether we needed a player like that in the squad. We seem to have quite a good squad mentality, so you don't want too many people that upset that apple cart. But you can see that he's come in. Lee Evans got injured, and he's really grabbed that with both hands. I think with player improvement, what we're really seeing is what our coach, Kieran McKenna, is actually doing with these players, and he's actually improving them game by game. Tyreek was one example. A second example I want to mention is our captain, Sam Morsey. We've seen him absolutely with the bit between his teeth in the last few weeks. I know he's picked up a few niggly injuries, but what on Saturday and last week when he came on against Oxford, you've got to say that he has absolutely turned into the player that we were all expecting when he came in from Middlesbrough in the transfer window earlier in the season. He came in, and I think in some games earlier on in the season, he kind of thought he could run the show without maybe putting in the hard yards. That might be a bit harsh, so I apologise a little bit for that. But I think what we're really seeing now is that he's working hard, he's improving every game, and he's definitely turned into the player that we all thought he was capable of. As well as that, it's no end the amount of improvements that the individuals have made over the course of these kind of 11 games that we've been unbeaten. Luke Wolfenden has looked like a completely new player since coming in under Kieran McKenna. He was completely out of the cold, and it was kind of one of those players that you thought, oh, he's just going to move on. But he's really improved. Caden Jackson as well, another one that you thought is a guaranteed leaver in the summer, and has come in over the last few weeks until he got injured and made a big difference. So all of those individual performances have shown its worth, and that's why that we haven't been beaten in so long, because all of those individual performances together, alongside the good coaching and the good man management, that can't be understated either. And that means that our team is putting in really exciting performances, playing some really nice football, and I think people are enjoying it more, as in the players are enjoying it more. And when players are enjoying playing their football, it means that we create better performances, and at the end of the day, get better results.
The takeaway 3 is the feel-good factor, James. What a day it was at Portman Road. Before the game, during the game, the Paul Mariner tribute was fantastic, but just the feel-good factor. It's great to be a town supporter again.
Oh yeah, I absolutely love going down Portman Road when it's sunny. I think most places in the world are just a little bit happier when the sun is shining, because everybody's got a smile on their face and everybody's got a good mood. But everything that the club has done off field has also contributed to a feel good factor, and that was apparent on Saturday too. The lovely Paul Mariner tribute and event, getting Paul's family down was so nice. Getting ex-players down. I know some people went to the pre-match event, which was held in the fan zone, and that went down really well as well. So all of that off-field is contributing to a real good feel-good factor. And the displays that were pre-match, both by Blue Action and by the club in the South Stand, I think they provided the flags that were available early in the season as well. Just created that pre-match buzz as well. I think everybody probably had 1 or 2 beers in the pub pre-match, and that always contributes to a good atmosphere at Portman Road as well. People are in fine voice. But at the end of the day, if once the 90 minutes starts, if the team don't perform on the pitch, then that mood can go downhill very quickly. And we are definitely seeing that on the pitch. The team is now starting to contribute towards that feel good factor. It means that people are in really good voice. I sit in the Sir Bobby Robson lower, and at half time, the concourse was absolutely buzzing after that first half. We played so well that first half, probably could have been 2-0 up rather than 1-0 up at half time. And the concourse was in fine voice, more so than I've seen for the rest of this season. It was just unbelievable. So I think the fans are really enjoying it. It's a mixture of off-field, but the most important thing is the on-field performances. And we're seeing some really good football at the moment at Ipswich Town. Really nice passing football, creating lots of chances. And I must say that it's a great time to be a Town fan right now.
So the fourth takeaway, James, is outplaying teams. We're seeing this week in, week out. Of course, we beat a top 6 team finally, thankfully, against Plymouth. But a lot of games we are outplaying teams. We're playing great football, as you said. Unfortunately, not scoring as many goals as we probably would like to, but we're getting the job done.
Yeah, so earlier on in the season, but still under McKenna, when we beat Gillingham 4-0 away from home at Priestfield, it was terribly rainy. And I kind of thought, wow, we've really put a team to the sword, like for the first time under McKenna's reign. And since then, we've done it a few more times. We've really outplayed teams, but I wondered, could we really do it against those top sides, the ones that are competitors, really, the ones in and around the top 6? And in the second half at Oxford, especially in the second half at Oxford, and probably for most of the 90 minutes on Saturday against Plymouth, I really thought, wow, we are making seemingly good sides on pretty good runs of form look very ordinary. I was so impressed on Saturday. I thought that we blew them away. I thought that we played really good football. A team that had won 6 on the bounce, let's not forget. And no team does that by luck. Like, you can get a bit of luck within those 6 games, but you have to be playing pretty good football to have a 6-game winning run. Not just 6 games unbeaten for them. They've won 6 games in a row. And we restricted them to nothing. Like, no significant chances of note, and we were playing some of the best stuff I've seen to make them look literally like any other team in League One. They didn't look anything special. It didn't look like they won 6 games in a row. And yeah, they might have had a little bit of an off day, but more importantly, it's testament to Ipswich Town and the style of football we're playing, that we can go to teams that are on good runs and really go toe to toe, and most of the time actually outplaying them in a way which I haven't seen for a long time as an Ipswich fan.
So, James, here is the final takeaway. Perfect 6 required. I cannot believe we've played 40 league games already. But yeah, 6 really important games. How are you feeling going into these final 6 games?
Yeah, so as I've mentioned throughout this whole video, a real feel-good factor around the club. Absolutely buzzing to be an Ipswich fan right now. But it comes with one big caveat. It's going to need a monumental points total to get into the playoffs this season. It's just unbelievable how divided this league is. And it seems like there's a 8 or 9 side, well, we're in ninth still. So let's say 9 sides which are looking on course for big points totals this season. And then there's teams at the bottom which seem to be making up the fodder in a bit of a bipolar league. And that means that it's just going to take an absolutely huge total to get in the top 6 this year. And what that means for us, unfortunately, still being unbeaten in 11 and still being in 9th place, it means that we're going to need to win 6 out of 6 to have a chance, really. And even that's not a guarantee. A lot of the teams above us still have to play each other, but there's a lot of teams in the way. We've got 8th and 7th and 6th. That's all going to need to drop points, significant points, because that gap is not small. That gap is 5 points. And Wednesday, who won on Saturday as well, they still have a game in hand. So that gap could get even bigger. That gap could get back to 8 points. So although Ipswich are playing really nice football, and although we look like we could, for the first time in forever, go on a successive run of winning games, it's going to need a Herculean effort to beat Rotherham away from home, to beat Wigan at home, and to win all the rest of our games as well, to even have a chance to get in that top 6. I still think it's a bit far away for us. I don't think it's going to happen this season. I can't see us winning 6 games, but that's just me as an Ipswich fan, and having been an Ipswich fan for basically 20 plus years. I don't think we will do it, but I'm just hoping we'll show the fight for the rest of the 6 games. And whatever happens, I'm going to hopefully leave this season with a big smile on my face, because I know that good things are coming in the season ahead. We're playing really nice football. We look like we're creating the basis of a really solid defensive unit. And if we can take anything like what we've been playing into next season with maybe 1 or 2 additions, then we are going to be right up there. And that's going to be an exciting time to be an Ipswich Town fan. So come on, you Blues. We're going to have an absolute roller coaster. And hopefully now we're on the bit of the roller coaster that we all enjoy.
Indeed, I said that in the summer. It's going to be a roller coaster of a season. That has been. Unfortunately, it's been very up, down, up, down, up, down. Hopefully next year will be all up, and then we'll finish with a bang. James, it's been a pleasure to have you on the recap. Your great 5 takeaways. Hope everybody's enjoyed watching. Let us know in the comments down below your thoughts on Saturday and the rest of the season ahead. And look out for future videos that will be going on the Kings of Anglia YouTube channel. See you next time. Bye-bye for now.